Alright guys, let's go ahead and talk about the Bitcoin price action as we are getting the dump that was kind of expected, right? We were either going to break all-time highs and then have this big long flush, or we were going to get this over with so we could have clear skies ahead. And it looks like Bitcoin has almost hit the target that I gave yesterday, which would have been this volume level at around $69,500. You can see we front ran that just by a hair after showing weakness and not being able to get back above the golden pocket and previous highs from back over here. But now that we have gotten the flush, are we good to go and ready to send on up? Should you be putting in long positions? As I always say, no, don't be putting in long positions. If you're doing it after a video has been uploaded, you are already too late, as the stop would need to already be at entry for this sort of position, and it didn't hit the level that I wanted it to. We actually wanted to tap the volume down here, which we did not, but mainly it's not the level necessarily that makes me a little bit concerned that this dump isn't over, but it is that the open interest did not get fully reset. This is kind of the main reason I was giving for this level, is that we had a lot of longs opening here right within where the single prints were, and you can see while we did grab most of those prints up top, we grabbed a ton of inefficiencies right here, and we did close out a good amount of positions. Most of your open interest is still open in the market, right? We did not sweep anything below this, so still potentially a lot of longs that could get flushed. Maybe we have an hourly bull div and we go ahead and make a lower low real quick, just like this. That's something that happens a lot of the times in the chart, right? But we do already have a 1 hour bull div, so that's noteworthy for sure. I believe bull divs are a great sign on the RSI there. And something else that is very noteworthy, if you jump over to some of our other pairs right now, we're looking at Bitcoin USD on Bybit. Look at open interest skyrocketing, right? Nothing got flushed, but they're taking out a lot of shorts right now. There's a lot of shorts coming into the market over here on some of our pairs, and that could signal to us that Bitcoin is going to go ahead and start to squeeze those shorts rather than flush the longs, right? It's just a big leverage game, liquidity game normally with Bitcoin, especially now with a lot of volume that is jumping in, and with a lot of people continuing to add to shorts at the lows here. I would not be surprised at all for Bitcoin to just march straight up on to all-time highs. Now, if we do skyrocket up onto all-time highs here, and we do not flush all of these longs around $69,000, that would signal to me to be even more cautious when we break all-time highs. If we can get the flush over with, more shorts add on, we close out all of that open interest and then go, okay, that's very bullish. If we just go now, yeah, it could still be very bullish. You can't really guarantee price action based on order flow, but it would signal to us that these longs are probably going to get flushed at some point, and potentially for us to be looking out for a distributive move if Bitcoin were to move up here without taking out those longs. And we could fall much further than this low, because if you do that, you might be breaking structure a little bit. So I would say for the bulls, best case scenario, we get this flush quickly over with, more shorts add on, so we have more fuel to the upside, and we don't really have anything to worry about after that. And that's what I think is most likely. So we'll see how that does play out. Now, if we lose $69,000, if we need to be very careful, as well as we have already grabbed a lot of these stops back up at around $72,000, $73,000. A larger pullback might be in play. We might need to seriously caution that if we see the S&P or the Russell continue to dump, as these are showing a lot of weakness. But I will say these are poor highs, and the S&P 500 also has poor highs. You can see there's no tailing wick. So while, yeah, we're getting a bit of a pullback on the S&P and Russell, and that could signal, hey, Bitcoin's going to pull back a little bit further, I would say not necessarily to worry about this because of these bad highs. Maybe we take these bad lows. We got some volume below us on the S&P, do a proper back test of these all-time highs, and then go ahead and fire off to the upside. And a very similar thing here with the altcoins as well. You see a lot of poor highs. So while, yes, we're showing a lot of weakness in the altcoins right now, I can bet you there's a lot of shorts being opened just like they're being opened on Bitcoin. And this will go ahead and get taken out at some point. And that should go pretty fast when we do start to squeeze on up on the altcoin market. Once again, it's just a waiting game to see what Bitcoin is going to do here. And I still think we got some very, very exciting times ahead of us. We do have the elections in under a week now, so make sure to go vote if you have not already. In my opinion, that's going to be a big catalyst for markets. It should be real fun to watch what the charts do when we get those election results. But if you do have any questions about anything I talked about, or just want to join the community for this channel, link to my Discord is in the description down below. Also got a bunch of exchange partners down there in the description, so feel free to sign up for any of those and get yourself some nice bonuses and rewards using my referral links. But with that being said, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.